Hello, Hollydale friends. Miss Jules here. I'm back for another Nature and Me Saturday. I'm so excited to have you with us again. This week, we are going to be going to another national park and going to do another Animal of the Week, another craft, and talk about what we're going to learn from nature. I'm so excited to get started. Don't forget to grab a snack, grab something to drink, find a comfy spot to sit, and let's dive right in. All right. Now, let's pull up our stuff. I'm so excited. Okay, if you remember the first week, we started in Crater Lake National Park. Oh, don't forget, you can grab your national park map that you got in your very first kit if you want to follow along on our little trip to the different parks that we're going to study and talk about. You can mark them off, you can draw a line connecting them. I'll show you the journey we've done so far. We started at Crater Lake here in Oregon, and then we went to Yellowstone, and now we're going somewhere else. And I'm wondering if you might know where it is. I'll give you a hint. This is what it looks like. There's a lot of mountains, lots of forests, lots of trees. This national park is called Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And I'm going to come back and show you where it's on the map. So if we left off in Yellowstone, you're going to go through Wyoming, maybe through South Dakota, all right on down through Iowa, maybe take another south through, go south again, and to Tennessee, Great Smoky Mountains, right here. Isn't it beautiful, friends? I think this picture is so amazing. Now, there's a lot of really cool things about this park, but instead of me telling you more and more, I am going to show you a quick little video about 10 things you should know about this national park.
Great Smoky Mountains National Park protects one of the largest remaining wilderness areas in the eastern United States, including 520,000 acres of forests, coves, and peaks of the southern Appalachians. Here are 10 things you should know about this beautiful park. This is one of the most biologically diverse regions in the world's temperate zone and one of the most visited national parks in the country. The Smoky Mountains are some of the oldest mountains on the planet. They were formed 200 to 300 million years ago. The establishment of Great Smoky Mountains National Park in 1934 protected its forests from logging. There are 16 mountains within the park that reach at least 6,000 feet. There are 800 miles of hiking trails that range in length from only a half mile to 70 miles. There is no admission fee to the park, which is very rare for national parks. Approximately 10 million people visit the park each year, making it one of the most popular national parks in the United States. There are 65 species of mammals, over 200 varieties of birds, 67 native fish species, and more than 80 types of reptiles and amphibians protected in the park. There are more than 1,600 different species of flowering plants, and some of these can't be found anywhere else on Earth. The park is the largest protective bear habitat in the eastern U.S. There are approximately 1,500 black bears in the park. Learn more about all of our national parks at trails.com.
So cool. So one thing that's really interesting about Great Smoky Mountains is that I think my favorite fact is that there's no admission fee to the park. That means you don't have to pay anything to get inside. You can visit for free. Now it is quite a ways from where we live, so it would cost money to get all the way there. But if you were in the area visiting family or friends or doing something with your family, the park would be such a cool spot to go. It's totally free. And because it's one of the most visited national parks in the country, country, we have to remember that means a ton of people visit. And what happens when a ton of people go to natural spaces? Sometimes we don't always take the best care, which means there need to be really strict rules about cleaning up all of your garbage, not trampling around on places that aren't marked as trails, staying far away from animals, making sure we don't take anything. We're talking about leave no trace. Now, I think all of you might recognize this animal, and this is our animal of the week. You can find it here in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It is the bald eagle. I think these are such cool birds. They look so fierce, and their eyes always make me almost scared. They're so fierce looking. They're really big and really beautiful. And as usual, I have a little video about them for you.
Let's learn about bald eagles. Famously the national bird and symbol of the United States of America, the bald eagle is a bird of prey. As birds, bald eagles are warm-blooded, they have beaks and wings, they lay eggs, and they are covered in feathers. Despite its name, bald eagles are not bald. Their name comes from the word piebald, which means covered in patches of light and dark colors. The white head and tail, contrasted with its dark body, make the bald eagle easy to identify. Bald eagles are a type of sea eagle and may reach a body length of up to 40 inches or 102 centimeters, a wingspan of up to 7.5 feet or 2.3 meters, and weights reaching nearly 14 pounds or 6.3 kilograms. Bald eagles are the largest type of eagle native to North America and the only eagle that can be found only in North America. It ranges over most of Canada and Alaska, all of the lower 48 states, as well as parts of Mexico. Bald eagles are carnivores, eating mostly fish, but they will also eat rabbits, beavers, geese, reptiles, and crabs, as well as other creatures, and carrion, or animals that have already died. Because they prefer to eat fish, the bald eagle can be found near large bodies of water where they can find food, with large old trees where they can nest. Bald eagles need large, strong trees because they build huge nests. The bald eagle builds the largest nest of any bird in North America and the largest tree nest of any animal in the world. The nest of a bald eagle can be up to 13 feet or 4 meters deep, over 8 feet or 2.5 meters wide, and weigh more than a ton. The largest nest ever measured was almost 10 feet or more than 3 meters wide and 20 feet or 6 meters deep. Bald eagles choose a mate for life, and each year the pair returns to the same nest, making it bigger and stronger. Since eagles may live 30 years or more in the wild, it is easy to see how these nests can become so massive. Young bald eagles, or juveniles, look dramatically different from adults. They do not have the distinctive white head and tail until they reach adulthood at 4 or 5 years of age. Instead, they have dark brown feathers with varying amounts of white streaks in their plumage. The bald eagle began to be used as a symbol for the United States of America back in 1782 when it first appeared on the Great Seal, but it can now be found on American money, flags, documents, public buildings, and passports. The bald eagle was a common sight in the America of the 1700s, with populations estimated to be as high as 500,000 eagles. But by the 1950s, there were just over 400 known nesting pairs of bald eagles left. The population had dropped for several reasons. As forests were cleared across America, the bald eagles lost important habitat. People also thought that bald eagles would kill and eat their chickens and sheep, so tens of thousands of them were shot. Finally, a chemical called DDT, which was used to kill insects, was poisoning the eagles and stopping them from hatching healthy chicks. In an effort to stop the bald eagle from going extinct, Congress approved the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act, and in 1967, the bald eagle was added to the list of endangered species. In 1972, the use of DDT was banned in the United States. With these protections in place, the eagle population began to recover, and in 1995, the bald eagle was removed from the list of endangered species. It is thought that there are currently 70,000 bald eagles living in North America. I hope you enjoyed learning about bald eagles today. Goodbye till next time.
So cool. Now, bald eagles can be found in many places in the US, Great Smoky Mountains National Park being just one of those places. I think my favorite fact is that they come back to their nests again and again and make them bigger and bigger. I think that's amazing and so cool. All right. Now, what can we learn from nature this week? What I want to focus on this week is what I already talked a little bit about when we were talking about Great Smoky Mountains being a national park that is one of the most visited, has the most people come and see it in the US. So I want to do this. I want to show you this really cool website, a really cool place for kids called Leave No Trace, Center for Outdoor Ethics. Now, this website has videos and activities to help kids understand the 7 principles and how Leave No Trace skills and ethics can help protect the outdoor places we love. If you remember, Leave No Trace is all about making sure we leave outdoor spaces better than we found them, at least as good as we found them, which means we don't leave garbage and trash. We don't pick up things that belong in nature, like branches and leaves and flowers. We leave them where we are. We only leave our footprints, and those footprints should be on marked trails, not on unmarked places. All right, let's take a look.
Welcome to Peak Online, brought to you by the Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics. Begin. Click on the buttons below to hear Pointer the Compass tell you how to use Peak Online.
Okay.
Before you get started, would you like to meet the Peak characters? They'd sure like to meet you.
Ooh,
What's your name?
Let's meet them. First, I'll put in Miss Jules. Let's meet them. Let's try the binoculars. Oh, there we go.
You've spotted me. I'm Zooms. With me, people can respect wildlife by looking at them from far, far away and not getting too close. We wouldn't want to scare the animals, would we?
That is a great tip for how we visit places safely and respectfully.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Digger. I help people trash their trash because nobody likes seeing litter and toilet paper out in nature. North, south, east, and west. I always know which direction is best. I'm Pointer. I make sure folks are prepared so they don't get lost or hurt. Remember, know before you go.
Yay, you picked me. I'm Flash. I make sure people leave what they find by taking photos instead of taking things home. Besides, those shells and rocks never look as cool in a drawer as they do in nature.
Hey, I'm Pitch. I teach kids about camping on durable surfaces so we don't damage flowers and plants.
Wowza, I'm Sparks. I don't like seeing our forest burn down, so I teach people how to be careful with fire.
Hey there, I'm Trek.
And I'm Track.
We like to tell people that it's really important to stick to trails.
That way, you won't get lost or step on fragile plants and wildflowers.
Awesome. So all of these characters teach us different things about staying respectful and safe in nature, leaving no trace.
Click on any sign to learn more about that principle.
Let's choose respect wildlife.
Observe animals from a distance and never approach, feed, or follow them.
Human food is unhealthy for all animals, and feeding them starts bad habits. Protect wildlife and your food by storing your meals and trash. Control pets at all times, or leave them at home.
How about choose the right path?
Stay on the main trail to protect nature and don't wander off by yourself. Steer clear of flowers or small trees.
Once hurt, they may not grow back. Use existing camp areas. Camp at least 100 big steps from roads, trails, and water.
These are great tips to show us just how we can be really good stewards of the land and really good visitors to national parks.
Be prepared. Don't forget clothes to protect you from cold, heat, or rain. Use maps to show you where you'll be going and so you won't get lost. Learn about the areas you visit. Read books and talk to people before you go. The more you know, the more fun you'll have.
Leave plants, rocks, and historical items as you find them, so the next person can enjoy them. Treat living plants with respect. Hacking or peeling plants can kill them. Good campsites are found, not made. Don't dig trenches or build structures in your campsite.
Pack it in, pack it out. Put litter, even crumbs, in trash cans or carry it home. Use bathrooms or outhouses when available. If you have to go, act like a cat and bury poop in a small hole 6 to 8 inches deep and 100 big steps from water. Place your toilet paper in a plastic bag and put the bag in a garbage can back at home. Keep water clean. Do not put soap, food, or poop in lakes or streams.
That's true. Now this is talking about camping when you wouldn't be near a restroom. So let's see.
Use a camp stove for cooking. It's easier to cook on and clean up than a fire. Be sure it's okay to build a campfire in the area you're visiting. Use existing fire rings to protect the ground from heat. Keep your fire small. Remember, campfires aren't for trash or food. Do not snap branches off live, dead, or downed trees. Instead, collect loose sticks from the ground. Burn all wood to ash and be sure that the fire is completely out and cold before you leave.
Make sure the fun you have in the outdoors does not bother anyone else. Remember that other visitors are there to enjoy the outdoors. Listen to nature. Avoid making loud noises or yelling. You will see more animals if you are quiet.
Such good tips. Now, usually we would be with adults when we're in outdoor spaces like this, but some of them might not even know some of these rules. Now, you can be a great Leave No Trace teacher for them. Ooh, let's see.
Here, you'll find 5 fun activities to teach you more about Leave No Trace. You may do as many or as few activities as you like. However, you must visit at least 4 activities to receive a Peak Online certificate. Click on any activity when you'd like to begin, and click on the next button when you're ready to move on.
Let's do 2. Let's do Camp Oh No.
Are you a Leave No Trace camper?
Take the Camp Oh No challenge.
Check out this campsite. What would you do to make it more Leave No Trace?
Stay tuned to see if you found everything.
Oh no! Look at all the damage at this campsite. Click each thing that isn't Leave No Trace.
I think this person is.
It's best to collect wood that's dead and already on the ground. Besides, cutting limbs off can permanently damage and even kill trees.
Let's see, this person's washing their dishes in the river.
Soap, detergent, and various oils contaminate water sources. It's best to collect water, then wash dishes at least 200 feet from the source. Getting too close to wildlife changes their natural behavior and can be bad for their health. Carving into trees is permanent, unsightly, and can damage or even kill the tree. Leave what we find, remember? Digging a trench around your tent may help keep you dry during a rainstorm, but it causes long-term and unsightly damage to the ground. This boy is picking wildflowers. We want to leave what we find so others can see flowers, shells, neat-looking rocks, and artifacts when they visit this area too. It's important to stick to trails. This girl is traveling off-trail and damaging fragile flowers and plants. Picking pine cones and seeds prevents new trees from growing. It's best to leave them alone. Building campfires directly on the ground causes ugly burn scars and kills the vegetation and nutrients in the soil. Use existing fire rings when available. It's important to pack out all our trash. Even organic litter takes a long time to decompose. This banana peel could take 2 years to break down. Animals are attracted to leftover food and trash, and it's bad for their diet. Remember, pack it in, pack it out. It's best to tie animals up away from water sources for their safety and to prevent soil erosion.
I think we got them all. If you see any that I haven't noticed, maybe you can type them in the comments. Let's do one more. Let's do the thumb trick.
Wow! Look at all these wonderful animals! We don't want to disturb them in the natural setting, though. A good way to see if you're too close to wildlife is to use the rule of thumb. If you can't completely cover the animal with your thumbnail, then you might be too close. Go ahead, try for yourself. Just drag the thumb over each animal to see if you're too close. Click the next button to begin.
Whoa, think a little too close to the fox. A little too close to the deer. Not too close to the hedgehog. How about the ducks? Fish, it looks like good. What about these? You can cover some of them. How about the bunny? I think that looks right. Yeah, I don't think we're too close to that one. That's cool. I didn't even know that thumb trick. Awesome. So as you can see, they're really cool
Congratulations.
activities.
You've completed Peak Online. You're now ready to recreate responsibly. If you have any questions, please visit www.
So cool. This is a really cool resource that I will make sure we post for everyone. If you want to study Leave No Trace and you want to do different games and activities that we didn't do here on the video, it's so cool and it's a great way to remind yourself exactly what it means to leave no trace and to respect nature. So what can we learn from nature this week? The importance of leaving no trace and taking care of the places we visit inland. Great Smoky Mountains National Park is visited by so many people every year. It's important that when we visit places like that or any outdoor spaces that we leave only footprints and nothing else. Just memories. That's all we take with us, memories. Now, in your kit this week, you have your National Park coloring sheet and some supplies for this craft. It's craft time. You're going to find a printout of eagle body parts, a yellow piece of paper, a gray or bluish piece of paper, a brown piece of paper, and then I would like you to grab some scissors, some glue, and a pencil or something to trace with. All right. I'm going to make you a little bit bigger on my screen so that you all can see where we're working. So, first do this craft. You're going to cut out each of these body parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to start with tail feathers. You don't have to cut it out perfectly. Just get it pretty close to the black line because you're actually going to use these to trace onto your colored pieces of paper. I think that activity, Leave No Trace activity stuff was super cool. I hope that you all liked it. And I hope that you're enjoying these Nature and Me classes, our National Parks of the Week, our Animals of the Week. maybe if you have time, you can leave a comment below and tell me what national park you're hoping we visit next. Maybe what animal you'd like to talk about next. I would love to hear your suggestions and hear your guesses. Now, you don't have to do this as quick as I am. I just don't want you all to get too bored while you're waiting for me. Don't forget, you can reuse your paper scraps for another art project or put them in the recycle. Okay, I have my head and my tail feathers. I'm going to do all the big pieces first. Now I'm going to cut out the body. So many pieces. I have never been to Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I have been to Crater Lake and Yellowstone before, but not Great Smokies. So I hope that one day I'll get to go there and check it out. It looks pretty cool. Okay, I just got to have my feet left. My favorite thing about Leave No Trace is that because I'm not trying to collect a bunch of stuff to take home, I tend to be able to be more mindful and present when I'm in nature, and I just get to enjoy it. I'm not worried about collecting things, anything like that. Now, if you do see something really cool and you're like, oh, I just wish I could take that home because I want to show everyone, one solution is you can take a picture of it or ask an adult to take a picture of it, or you could draw it. You could take a nature journal with you. If you ever visit a national park or a nature space, you could draw what you see. That way, you're not taking it with you. You're still following the Leave No Trace principles, but you get to show people as well. Okay, now that you have all your pieces cut out, let's start with our beak. Now, your paper, you're going to have a lot of extra paper, and that is totally okay. What you're going to do, I'm going to trace my beak. I'm going to put it kind of down here. So that I have plenty of paper of this yellow paper left to do another project with. That way I don't waste it by putting it in the middle of the paper. Okay, I got my beak. It's a little small, so I'll be careful not to lose that. Next. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I'm being silly. I need to put my feet on the yellow too. Now, if you struggle to trace, you can also just color each of these parts the colors that you like. I just think it's a little bit more fun to do it like this. Wonder if any of you have seen a bald eagle before. We do have some here. I saw one not too long ago, earlier this spring, flying not too far from my house actually. Kind of surprising. right? I got my feet and my beak down. Now your eye, you just get to keep by itself. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't get another color. Time to do the head of my eagle. Maybe you can take this craft project. Goes to a window. You could take it outside, although because you have so many small pieces, I would be a little bit worried if it was windy at all. You'll have one brown piece of paper. I have two because you're also going to be tracing your hands to make the wings. I have bigger hands than all of you, so I might need two pieces of paper. Trace it around. Let's see. It looks like I can just about fit the hands. I'm going to trace around here. That means you all will have plenty of room on your papers. Now you'll have to watch Miss Jules. I'm not going to be very good at tracing with my left hand, but that is okay. We do not need it to be perfect. We just need close to the right shape. All right. Not too bad. Now I used a pencil. It's proving to be a little bit light, a little tricky to see, but I think I can do it. That piece. Time to cut out the body. I think once this eagle is all put together, it's going to look really cool though. So I am very excited. Whew, lots of cutting today. Okay, time to cut out my hands. Some of my fingers are not quite this size, but again, we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to get this here. It doesn't look quite like my hand, but we just need it to look like a wing, not a hand. Let's get my other paper somewhere else so I can use it for another project. All right, I think I have everything I need. Now, time to put it together. All right. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. Now, glue stick might be a little bit better. Because you probably don't need something. I'm going to add on my feet. Now you can also add details if you want to. You could draw like little lines, feathers, things like that. Add my beak. Just gonna put it right here. And I can't forget my eyeball. Now my eagle's gonna have pretty big hands, no, wings. In fact, I might hide the thumbs of my hands a little bit on one hand. Now your tail goes underneath, like this. Now I'm going to be very careful picking it up because none of this glue is dry. But this is what my finished eagle looks like. I think it's pretty cool, actually. I love it. I'm going to set it next to my nature journal. Kind of prop it up with my scissors. That is so cool. Even though it took a while to cut, I'm so glad that I got that done. And I can show you all what that looks like. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed that craft. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's time for me to say goodbye and see you again next week. We're going to another national park and we're going to talk about another animal of the week, as well as learn some more stuff from nature. All right, can't wait to see you then. Keep journaling, keep getting outside. Bye.